playoffs on EA Sports has second-round coverage of Game 5 in the Eastern Conference. We're at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Miami Heat. Hi, everyone. With Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you talk about the Nets coming in. They've been the better team thus far, no question about it. Now they have a chance to advance if they can wrap things up here at home in Game 5.
The one thing we know about playoff basketball, expect the unexpected. How many games come down to the wire, or a performance off the bench, or even a big shot at the end? Every night holds something different, and that's why we love this game so much.
Irving to Griffin. Count it.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Butler into the front court. Just underway in an ever-crucial Game 5. Oladipo against KD. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
He makes them both. Kyrie with the run. Here comes the screen. Nice finish at the rim.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Oladipo. Five to shoot for Miami. Fires the three. Good for three.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Into the front court, it's Irving. Down by one. To Durant. Oladipo into the front court. He'll run the offense. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Irving into the front court. Down a point. He's looking for that touch.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
To Butler. Five to shoot to Oladipo. Gets to the basket and scores.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Griffin. Harden guarded by Jimmy Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden to Irving. 5 seconds to shoot. Irving. Great defense, forcing the miss. Oladipo into the front court. Up by 3. Oh, he had it.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Knocks it down from mid-range. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
It's Harden. Brings the ball up. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. To Butler. To the rim. Victor Oladipo with the slam.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Irving with the basketball. Down 5. Harden. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Butler. Here comes the screen. Shot from the lane won't go.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. To Irving. Kyrie Irving, 2-4 now. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Two-point shot for James Harden. Deep two there. Won't go. To Butler. Throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To Durant. Deep right corner. Irving to Harden. Off the assist.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Kevin Durant sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
James Harden at the controls. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from in close, no good. Butler to bring it up. Up 5. Jimmy Butler, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Harden. To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Goes to the right side. To Butler. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Here's Irving into the front court. 9-point margin. Nothing going here on that drive. To Harden. To Irving. Kyrie Irving. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill and you still knocked it down.
Oladipo to Butler. And the rebound taken down by Griffin. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. To Durant. Irving. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Butler, tough matchup against Durant. Short jumper won't go down.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
It's the Heat with the possession. Dragic to Oladipo. To Durant. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Oladipo against Harden. To Dragic. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. Dinwiddie into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Durant. Harden. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Goran Dragic missed his first. That one goes.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Durant. To Dinwiddie. Durant. Rebound taken by Miami. Dragic with it. Lead is 2. Nothing going here on that drive. Oladipo to Dragic. Has a look. Off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Harden in possession. Trailing by 4. Durant. Tough matchup against Butler. Kevin Durant. 3 for 4. Good start.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Dragic. They'll go to Butler down low. Perfect feed to set up the basket. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
And slams it down. Big finish for Aldridge.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
Butler to Oladipo. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. To Durant. You've got to get that one to go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Jimmy Butler, he's now shooting 5 for 7. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. 3 at the buzzer is good. And a fitting close to this one. They're right back in it after 1 quarter of play. About to start the second quarter. Both teams very productive offensively at the outset.
You know why?
Why?
Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat, dribble, drive, shoot the three, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Irving brings the ball up court. Nothing going here on that drive. Cruises inside for two. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
A drive by Butler, but his shot won't fall.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
To Butler. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. Short jumper stays out. To Oladipo. Short jumper off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Kevin Durant with the rock. Ed Davis. To Durant. Shot clock violation. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. To Oladipo. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Victor Oladipo can't fault the defender there. Hits the contested three.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
To Irving. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving. He was all over him. Won't go down. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Has a chance. Davis' shot, no good.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Oladipo can't get the bounce. Knocked loose. Allen Crabbe sizing up Butler. It's the Heat with the possession. Oh, emphatic slam.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Short jumper misses. He'd have the basketball. Butler to Oladipo. Screen coming. Butler. DeAndre Jordan. Tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat. He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Butler into the front court. Lead stands at 10. To Oladipo. Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, Victor Oladipo. With that, he's 5 for 9.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Butler to bring it up. Up a dozen. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Kyrie Irving snatching it out of the air.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Oladipo. To Butler. Lets it fly from long range. Can't connect. To Irving. Durant to Griffin. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot to Harden. Trying to cash in. Harden's shot won't go down.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Durant to Harden. It's no good. Great defense.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Blake Griffin, huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Irving. Durant to Jordan. Second effort and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Oladipo into the front court. The lead is 12. Kevin Durant with a piece.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Harden. Stuffs it down with authority. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Harden. Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Oladipo into the front court. He'll run the offense. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. you essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
And he throws it down. Power play by DeAndre Jordan. Now the Heat going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Oladipo against Harden. Short jumper won't go down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Kevin Durant lets it go. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Durant against the KG veteran Iguodala. To Griffin. Harden. Scores from the post.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Miami's got it. Oladipo. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
With the step back.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
To Oladipo. Nothing going here on that drive. To Oladipo. DeAndre Jordan pins it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Oladipo into the front court. Under a minute to go before halftime. Has a look. Jumper's good.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. Trailing by 10. To Durant. To Dinwiddie. Gets it in the left corner. Griffin. Durant lets it fly. Just off the mark.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Kevin Durant has it. Area won't go down. That misses with 2 seconds to go. We have reached the break in this pivotal Game 5. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Heat have a comfortable lead at the halfway mark. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaky. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat. Have a look at the leading scores for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Brooklyn Nets were non-existent in the paint defensively through the first 2 quarters. You can't give up easy points and expect to have success. Let's see if they can learn from the mistakes they made, particularly.
Player of the half.
Oladipo did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
To Butler. Has a chance. Can't connect.
When I hear these excuses after games, when coaches are at podium saying, it's hard for us to find our energy back, we couldn't find our aggression back, I wonder whose fault that is, Coach.
Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Griffin. 5 on the shot clock. Harden. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And it's so deflating for the defense when you pick up right exactly where you left off at halftime. That's the kind of energy you need.
Harden to Durant. 4-3. That's a dangerous spot. Kevin Durant wide open. He nails it.
And your big is the one making that happen. Every time he's involved in a PNR, he's slipping it, forcing that guy from the weak side to come down to help. Quick skip passes equal threes in the bank.
To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Butler into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. To Oladipo. Kyrie with the rock. Durant. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Butler to bring it up. The lead stands at 9. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Irving to Jordan. Shot from the lane won't go. Butler into the front court. It's an 11-point game. finish that. Another follow, still no good. Durant with the basketball up top. Looking to make something happen. To Irving. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Butler, Harden's on him. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Miami with the basketball. Trying to cash in. He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Durant. Oh, he got a piece of it. That's going to be out of bounds. Irving. Oladipo into the front court. His team on top by 13. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Turns, hops, and finishes. The abuse at the rim for Blake Griffin. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Oladipo matched up with Harden. Here comes the screen. Has a look. Deep 2 there, won't go. Harden in possession. His guys down 11. James Harden, now 3 for 9.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Oladipo. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Butler defended by Kevin Durant. DeAndre Jordan swats it. That's his 3rd block this evening. Butler. Now it's Harden at the controls to Durant. Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. Where James Harden, muscle memory, gets it to go.
Well, I like what you're doing right now. It looks like you're running some DHOs into PNRs. That's dribble handoffs into pick and rolls. You keep running that action, you're constantly going to keep the defense guessing.
Able to convert inside.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
Irving to Harden. Durant. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
The free throw, good. And they add 1 more to the lead. It's up to 11. KD with the rock. To Aldridge. Can't connect from inside. Butler to Oladipo. From long range. They were all over Oladipo. Missed the shot. Harden into the front court. Down 11. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. And scores.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle, oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Screen coming. Butler against KD. Has a chance. The shot by Butler, no. Goes to the left side. Harden. Oladipo grabs the board. Butler to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Got it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Kevin Durant with the rock. Pass stolen by Miami.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Count it, and the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Victor Oladipo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. One free throw up and good. The lead now 14. To Aldridge. Durant.
What it do?
Brooklyn with 4 to shoot.
MOG flexed biceps, medium dark skin tone. MOG flexed biceps, medium dark skin tone. MOG flexed biceps, medium dark skin tone.
Dragic with the basketball. His guys leading by 14. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Durant. Harden to Durant. Good look that time, but off the mark. Dragic into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Count the bucket for 2. Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Harden. Couldn't keep it in. Off James Harden. Dragic with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Oladipo. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Victor Oladipo. Can't connect. It's no good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Dinwiddie into the front court. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. Harden matched up with Jimmy Butler. To Durant. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. It's the Heat with the possession. Kevin Durant able to recover with the block.
Continuous effort is the key for your team's success. No one this entire ball game has quit on a play. That right there, that's what's going to help your team win this game.
All right, Mr.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Oladipo. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Durant across the timeline. Down a bundle to Harden. Durant over to the right side. To Durant. Here comes the screen. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Here's Durant for 2. That's usually one that he'll knock down. It's the Heat with the possession. To Oladipo. Kevin Durant sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Durant. Down low for Davis. The pass set it all up.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Oladipo into the front court. His guys can get a 2-for-1 if they time this out. Dragic to Oladipo. Down to 5 on the 24. Dragic. It's Harden to pull down the rebound. And he's going to the free throw line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Dragic, guarded by LaMarcus Aldridge. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter, and the Heat right now are feeling good. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say they have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably have to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ball game, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. To Aldridge. The Heat secure the rebound.
Defense, let's go.
Dragic. Rebound comes down to Brooklyn. To Dinwiddie. Down low, Aldridge. Working the outside. Down low, Aldridge. Around the perimeter. To Allen Crabbe. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Shot no good there by Dinwiddie. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Davis. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Rock-a-bye, baby. Oh, yeah, he rocked him to sleep on that one.
He'd have the basketball. Dragic. Here comes the screen. And look Look out. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
To Aldridge. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Just not going down.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Andre Iguodala trying to cash in on the three-point play. 71% for his career. Missed the foul shot. Kyrie across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Harden to Durant. Irving knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Here comes the screen. Dragic, defended by the former Longhorn Aldridge. Here's a chance from long range. Brooklyn secures the rebound. LeVert against the former Finals MVP. Down low, Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that made.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Dragic to Bradley. Short jumper won't go down. Durant with the basketball up top. The deficit now up to 13. Curling inside. Goran Dragic with the block. Nets reclaim it. It was right there. Bradley to Dragic. Here comes the screen. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Has a look. That's rebounded by Brooklyn. Griffin's shot won't go. Miami's got it. Bradley gets it in the left corner. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Durant to Irving. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
DeAndre Jordan rejects it. Fourth this contest. Durant across the timeline. Down by 15. Runner's good there. The challenge defending a guy who can be a one.
The 2021 NBA Playoffs 2-round games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Bluevein 2021.
No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Here comes the screen. Now a shot by Bradley, no good. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys currently down by 13. Doesn't have the touch, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Goran Dragic. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line.
New York Knicks led Series 3-1 over Philadelphia 76ers in the 2021 NBA Playoffs 2-round season 8 games.
2 for 2 on that trip. It's in the hands of James Harden. To Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. He's 3 for 7.
Old school equals high percentage.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter.
Los Angeles Clippers win Series 4-0 over Utah Jazz to move on to the 2021 NBA Playoffs 3-round season 8 games.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Butler. And scores.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. And draws the foul.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Kyrie Irving at the line for 2 shots. A career 87% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw.
Los Angeles Lakers win Series 4-0 over Portland Trail Blazers to move on to the 2021 NBA Playoffs 3-round season 8 games.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Miami with the basketball. Butler to Bradley. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Durant to Harden. Won't go. LaMarcus Aldridge. Now 4 for 9.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
No good to Butler. Down low. Kevin Durant. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Substitution being made in this one. Butler. And the nice finish at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To Griffin. Harden. To Griffin. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. He engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Bradley. 5 to shoot for Miami. Butler. He buries it.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Harden. Down low for Griffin. Stuffs it down with authority.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Butler into the front court. They lead it by 14. Bradley to Butler. To Bradley. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Short jumper misses. Durant across the timeline. Trailing by 14 to Irving. Short jumper stays out.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Butler. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. Brooklyn with the basketball. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Butler defended by Kevin Durant. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Butler to bring it up. His guys leading by 14. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys down big. To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Not that time. It's the Heat with the possession. To Butler. And throws it down. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Bradley. Durant with the basketball up top. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. Waller into the front court. He'll run the offense. Five to shoot for Miami. That's a 24-second violation. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. The Heat with the victory. They're moving on. Next stop, the Eastern Conference Finals. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Heat got themselves a win here today, and the defensive intensity made all of the difference. They were committed to staying aggressive, forcing turnovers, and being disruptive on their way to victory. Check out the leading scores for the Miami Heat. When you have a look at these highlights, you can see how this team wasn't able to get it together. It was definitely a frustrating loss. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Steals. Player of the game.
Oladipo was happy to throw down plenty of dunks. And if the defense happened to be there, he brought them along for the ride.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.